What's up? I'm Andy Roy. We're in Simi Valley. This is Failing Time, episode 5. We're back. This one right here is super special to me. Without this dude, I wouldn't be sitting here right now doing what I'm doing. And I get to introduce Colin, Scummy, Morrison. Metal militia, motorcycles, jumped over trains, 200 feet, jumping. This guy, big part of why I'm breathing today. We got so much fun to do. We got a lot to talk about, so super excited. Failing Time, episode 5, Scummy.
Vampires in the lab, steal from me. Ghosts in the square, chilling me.
Dude, give me a hug first. Let's get that out of the way. I love you. So man, we're gonna dive in deep right now, all right? This is like, not a motorcycle guy, skateboarder, motorcycle dude, badass. What we do have in common is drugs.
First of all, really quick, dude, the opening, you know, I'm not trying to get soft, but that almost got me a little teary-eyed, bro. Because like where we are at right now, like seeing what you're doing here, where I'm at, and like what you're talking about at the beginning, bro, it's a miracle. But yeah, I remember I just watched one of your videos of you talking about how you kind of got sober. I'm like, oh shit, that's Andy Roy.
No, I don't do nothing.
Okay.
No, I don't do nothing. I'm clean and sober. Almost, February 13th, 4 years.
And yeah, I went up to you and I think I asked you, I'm like, dude, I just spoke at a rehab and I think I could get you to speak there.
Right.
And that's how we kind of connected.
Yeah. So when you came up to me, I was like, all right, I know who this dude is. And like, he's a badass motorcycle rider. Dude, but it was...
That would have pumped me up if I knew that, dude. Because I was just as pumped, dude.
Yeah. And it's a lot of respect. It was like, I was just like 5 months sober, clean and sober. You had some time on you, I think, at that time.
Now that I'm like fully honest in my recovery, that was at the time where I had already relapsed. Mm-hmm. And then I was still carrying on the message that I was sober to everybody, because at that point I was working for a recovery magazine where I was the guy hosting all the famous people in sobriety. I had my podcast talking sobriety. I recently had relapsed a couple years before that. But my ego was so big because everybody looked up to me for being the sober guy, dude. Like, you're the reason I'm sober and I'm working for a recovery magazine, but I was high and I was lying to everybody.
But I feel like it's good to talk about this. I feel like it's really important because I went through the same thing where like you spoke at New Orleans, near Loaded, right? And then you had me come there and I was just new to getting clean and sober. And I had just started using again. And I went there and spoke and I was high. But it was like so many people were happy, stoked that like Andy's clean, you know? So like the start when I started using, like, dude, it was so heartbreaking. Like I didn't know how to like come out of that and be like, dude, I'm high. You know what I mean? And I let it go till it hit the brick wall.
I went to rehab. The second day I was in sober living, that's when I found out you were coming in.
Yeah.
So we met a month before at that concert you were talking about. I relapsed a couple weeks after we met. I went to rehab. You relapsed a little bit after I relapsed. Yeah. We linked up at rehab at the same time. I think there's something bigger to all that, to like, for that to all happen how it did, and then that's where we linked up.
So I want people to know that, like, dude, as ashamed as you are and as tough as it is, how, like, when you walk in there was no judgment, right? Like, I just want to get that across to, like, if anyone's struggling out there, like, dude, like...
It was the hardest thing ever. This same thing, people looking up to you for being sober, and the same story. I walked in and everyone's like, dude, you just spoke last month. Now you're in here. And yeah, it's... The biggest thing in like recovery, as we know, is like your ego.
Right.
You know, thinking you're better than this. Like I thought with my ego, all the people I'm helping, look at me, I got a podcast, I'm helping all these people get sober. There's no way I'm gonna relapse. I got this. And like, that's what got me in trouble every time. Was thinking I was better than everybody, thinking I didn't need meetings, thinking I didn't need like the 12 steps or rehab, you know, I can do this on my own. But yeah, nobody ever looked at me different. They just came in, arms wide open, and it was a fucking pretty beautiful thing, dude. So that's part of the thing, like just get back up, dude. If you mess up, get back up, learn from your mistakes, and keep trying to get better, no matter what that is in life, dude. Because yeah, we've messed up a few times and just didn't give up.
That's where I want people to know, like, and you already touched on it, but like, it's important to, like, when you are struggling, you said it, like, dude, you got to pick up the phone.
It's so important because you guys would have never judged me. But here's the thing, if I did not go back to rehab, I wouldn't be here where I am right now. And that's why, like, the biggest thing for anybody out there, if you
look in the camera and tell them that.
Because if you have relapsed, get back up, dude, because every one of my relapses has been a God moment, dude. It was like meant to happen because it made me tougher. It made me learn from those experiences, and it got me right here.
If you're going to treatment, you walk in and, like, be open to, like, and be honest. Be 1,000% honest. You walk into that therapist, and, like, that was big for me, was like to go in there, that everything I was holding my whole life at 48 years old when I got clean, and to be in a room with a lady and, like, dive into some dark stuff that I had never done before, and to let that out, and her to go, okay, and not like, what, you know what I mean? And okay, well, this is what you could do, you know, like that was so much weight off my shoulders. If you could surrender and go in willing to be able to want to work on yourself and change, get what they always say, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Yeah, it doesn't matter how many years you got. It's like an everyday fight. You know what I mean? Like because it's a disease, dude. It happens. It can happen to anyone, to the best. Once you let your guard down, it's just processing it. I feel
100%.
like, you know what I mean. And like you said, like, you gotta have a concrete foundation. Or for me, and you know, and I still like to be wild and stuff and do crazy, but I do have boundaries, which I had none. I didn't know what that word was back in the day.
When you have the allergy like us, it's different, bro. When you have a bad day, whatever, you just, like, we know what's gonna numb out that pain. And I think the ego thing for me, and I think for you too, is we never wanted to put, like, any of the work. For me, I would, like, come in and they're like, dude, you gotta do the steps. You have to get a sponsor, meetings, like, be open about your feelings. I'm like, fuck that, dude. I ain't doing that, you know? I always thought I could do it on my own, and that's honestly what got me in trouble every time, dude. Like, trying to think I can do this on my own. Like, I could overcome my addiction, bro. And, like, I don't know. It took me literally the 2 rehabs I was with you. I've been another time. This past time I finally just gave up, you know, put the white flag up. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna just do all this stuff they've been telling me. Like, get a sponsor, do the steps. And for me right now, that's, like, what's changed my life around, bro. Like, having good friends like you. Yeah. You mean so much to me in my life and my recovery, bro. Like, out of the things that you and me did together in rehab. But yeah, it was a music group, and you were so broken. I was broken, dude. I was only in there, same stories. I lost everything from riding, skating, your chick. We were just kind of going through the same shit. Dude, let's just stay together. Let's just team up. Let's do this together. And that's, like, where it started for you and me. And then after that, every day, dude, we just linked up. Best friends the next day, bro. Going to groups all together, laughing all day long, fucking around. But all this stuff, it's like we're doing positive stuff. We're like, you know, doing what we had to do in rehab. And then, yeah, it just kind of took off from there.
And this is why I want to say, dude, like, if you ever go to treatment, man, you might walk in and it's strange. It's a new environment, and there's going to be all this stuff you have to do. But you could, if you could just be open-minded and willing to surrender, and just give it a chance. Like, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But man, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna roll with this. You got a lot of energy and stuff, and you're like a little kid like me. So I was like, all right, man, like, you know what, dude, let's go.
We did everything together. Started training together, going to the gym, going to group. Next weekend, I taught you how to do a backflip on a dirt bike.
Never rode a bike in my life.
Yeah, we would get tattooed. I mean, we started to become this thing, like, we took this shit to a complete different level.
And,
craziest
and then
shit
you
ever.
put in the work, though. You put in the work, you know, like during the week we went to groups, we participated. And it was just cool to have you there and like to have someone that's on the same page and wanting to do the same thing and take step forward, you know.
My heroes, I mean, from the bottom of my heart are you, Seth Enslow, these guys that have had the gnarliest careers ever. They've already done the craziest shit, but then they change your life around. It's a whole different state of mind, bro. Like, it's
Yeah,
just,
your whole crew, that metal militia,
yeah.
were crazy. They were
gnarliest
crazy,
guys
dude, and you guys were wild. You
But the
know?
people that haven't turned it around, half of them are dead. I mean, the perfect example of all of this is you right here, dude. Look at the footage of you back in the day. And
Show a photo of you.
yeah, show it split screen right now.
the old me, that's gone. That's done. Peace out, like
dead.
yeah. I'm on to new adventures,
Yeah.
and like I don't know, like because I struggle with that, like my past of what I've done to my friends, family, like, and to myself. You know what I mean? Like I've done so many horrible things that I struggle with that. But it's what you're doing today and what like the changes you have made. So like, don't forget that.
You can't do it by yourself. You gotta get a homie, and that's what they say in recovery. Get a sponsor, whatever, but just hang out with somebody that's like doing rad shit. You don't want to be 50 years old still at the bar. You want to see some dude killing it, sober, doing cool shit, and being a good person, dude.
Let's go do fun stuff. Let's go fucking have a blast, dude. You only live once, dude. So let's get it right now. It's so open. Anybody that gets clean and sober and the dude you're rolling with, dude, they're gonna step back and see you glowing, smiling, having a blast. They're gonna be like, it's gonna catch their eye. They're gonna be like, whoa, wait, what's going on there? Like this dude ain't in the gutter no more. This dude's smiling, he's laughing, having a blast. Like you have no idea how many people you could touch out there. For someone that's getting clean, that got clean and sober and is doing the deal, like you could touch so many people without you even knowing it. Anybody, everybody. That's what's so rad about this whole deal. I want to thank you, everybody. Dude, it's this raddest day ever. This is Colin. Best name ever. Scummy. I love it. Morrison. Dude, band of brothers. Bob. We got it. We tattooed each other. We got it like
You tattooed me. You tattooed that in rehab. I think the owners of the rehab got kind of mad, but we were tattooing each other in
I
rehab.
got mine. So he did that, mine. And this is the fun we had. Like, we just had a good time.
Tattooing each other in rehab.
You changed my life a lot, dude, for the best. You know what I mean? And I'm so grateful and blessed that, like, without getting corny, dude, like, I'm so stoked that we crossed paths and we
Brothers
for
life, dude.
when we did, because it's all about change, dude. And now, like,
This on myself, still I'll be looking for my cure.
thank you so much. Feeling time.